Hey everyone, it's Laynie, and how are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a pumpkin spice latte kind of day. I've got my latte here. Sadly, it's not pumpkin spice. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning to my channel, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I'm feeling like fall today. I just had to do a fall get ready with me. I had no other choice. P.S. Make sure you check out the live giveaway I have on my channel. So if you want to see how I got this look and chat with me, then just keep watching. I want to do a fall get ready with me. I have not rocked any true fall makeup, and I'm ready. So, you guys, I'm just going to grabbing, and there's really going to be no rhyme or reason to this video. I mean, this is going to be a true get ready with me. And I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I do know the two eyeshadow palettes I'm going to be using. I'm going to use my Metal Matte. If you don't have this palette, don't stress about it. Use whatever stuff you have on hand, and my Duochrome palette. I always start with an eyeshadow primer, so I'm going to be starting with the Urban Decay Eden Potion Primer. And if I forget to mention something I'm using, I will leave it in the I will use it in the description below. Because sometimes I just get chatting and I forget to tell you what I'm doing. I was thinking while I was curling my hair, like, what do I want to talk about in this video? You know, I try to kind of mentally prepare myself to have some conversation topics on hand. So if there's something you would like me to ever talk about in a get ready, please leave it in the comments below. So I'm using the Suede shade from the Metal Matte palette, which is a nude color to set the primer. What I want to talk about is being a small YouTuber. I know there are so many of us out in this crazy thing called YouTube. There are so many of us, and I wanted to hear what you guys thought of being a small YouTuber. Your trials, your successes. Like, please comment below. Let me know what has worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, what joys you find in it, the struggles you find in it. And I thought I would cover a few of mine. Now I'm grabbing Bone with the same Sedona lace brush, and I'm just popping it around the brow. And I'm not trying to be perfect in this look because I'm doing my foundation last, so that way I don't have to be as precise. So I have been doing YouTube, I think, for about 2 years now. I mean, I've been at this a while. I don't have a huge subscriber base. I've never gone into this for the numbers. Did I start this because I watched people like Jaclyn Hill, Kathleen Lights? Absolutely. I mean, you see people with success from YouTube, and yeah, you think, oh, maybe I should try that. But for me, it truly has never been about the numbers. It's really been about, so background. I don't talk a lot about my background, and I won't get super personal with what I do for a living or anything like that, because nothing I do on YouTube reflects my place of work. I don't ever want to confuse the two. Oak, which is a really pretty brown on this Moda crease brush. So I went to college and I studied communications, which I do not regret at all. At all. I learned so much. But, you know, one thing I feel like with college here in the United States, I can't speak for anywhere else, I feel like a lot of times they don't truly prep you for the real world. And that's not to throw shade at any of my professors. I had some really wonderful professors. But I just don't think there's enough hands-on real world experience when it comes to college. I got my degree in something that I thought I loved, and I loved learning about it. I loved the coursework, and I did really, really well. I mean, I graduated with I think I graduated with like 3.7. So, I mean, it's not like I didn't do well. It's not like I didn't study or do my work. It's very important to take your studies very serious when you're in college and have a little fun too. But when I got out into the working world, I just realized being stuck behind a desk or a cubicle or a computer screen for my life was not what I wanted. I am a people person. I love working with the public. I just realized sitting behind a desk and never interacting with anyone was not going to make me happy. I wish I would have stuck with my original degree, my original degree choice, which was teaching. But you know what? Life is about living and learning, and you can't see where it's gonna go. You know, hindsight is better than foresight. So also, you know, things happen. My husband got a job before I did when he graduated, because he graduated before me. He had much more student debt than I had. So it was like, no, you take the job and I'll follow. So I followed, and you know, things didn't work out for me career-wise how I had planned, but I don't regret that. I love what I do now. I have met the most wonderful people, and I have honestly learned so much about myself. I mean, it's just really funny how, okay, no, this wasn't exactly how I saw things going for me. I'm using Synergy now, but I don't regret it, and I feel like everything happens for a reason, and I can see that through the people I've met, through what I've learned, all of it. So, where was I going with this? Anyways, the whole reason I brought this up, and if you ever want me to talk more about college or student debt or anything like that, let me know below, because we're pretty well versed in college debt. So, anyways, the reason I brought this up is, the reason I started YouTube is because I've always been a creative person. I was always in art classes. I originally thought I was going to be an art teacher, went into communications, which is still in the arts. And I just felt like I wanted to do something with what I learned. And being creative, I just wanted to do more, because I felt like being a working adult, I just didn't feel like using suede to buff this out, that I was able to do a lot of that in my spare time. But I decided, you know what, I'm just going to try it. I'm going to try having a YouTube channel so that I can be creative again. And I am so glad I did. I have done this for 2 years, and I'm still learning like all the time. And learning how to edit. I didn't know hardly anything about editing. I mean, I've just learned so much, and it's so fun, and I'm so glad I've done it. Absolutely. I've met some really nice people on here. I still love watching other people's YouTube videos. I watch YouTube a lot. So I'm so glad I have done this. I'm going to take Jet, which is a very black color, on this little Morphe E36. Very little amount. It's so black. And to meet other people. The funny thing is, my friends outside of YouTube, only one of them actually likes makeup, so I didn't really have many people to talk about like new product launches or products I was excited about. So that's another reason I started this, because I was like, I want to talk to somebody who also loves makeup. Now that you kind of know the background to why I started YouTube, I'm going to share my highs and lows. My highs are honestly just meeting you guys. That is so awesome. And I have met some really nice other small YouTubers. And also, the other thing for me is just like being proud of myself, because there was a year period where balancing YouTube and my professional life was really hard. I had 2 jobs and YouTube, and it was crazy, and it was stressful, but I'm so glad I pushed through it. I mean, I thought about giving up so many times because it was just too much. I mean, it was a lot to balance, but I'm so glad I didn't, because I learned, that I can stick it through. I can work hard at something. Looking back at like the videos when I started, I'm just like, wow, what a difference. I have learned something. I think the struggles for me is that it's hard to compete with big YouTubers. YouTube as a whole has changed so much, so much, as far as it has become a really big promotion for brands, which I understand. It makes sense. It would be so much more cost effective as a brand to send out product to a YouTuber to use than to pay millions of dollars for some fancy ad on TV. Makes sense to me. I don't blame them for doing it. But the thing that is so hard to compete with is that they get the products before launch. If they were getting them on launch days where we could also buy them at the same time, it wouldn't be so hard. But since they are getting them days, weeks in advance, they're soaking up so many of the views that by the time I can post, or you, another small YouTuber, can post a video, people have seen a ton of videos and they don't want to watch it anymore. So I think that is the hardest thing. And I just wish for myself, I got into YouTube late on the game. I watched a few people, but I didn't really get into YouTube until about 2.5, 3 years ago. And there are people who've been on YouTube for like 9 years. So those people, it was very easy for them to grow their following because they, beat the rush, and it wasn't just about promotion for brands, and they weren't having to struggle against trying to get videos made before big time YouTubers could. I got really lucky with one of my last videos, the peach video, that a lot of YouTubers hadn't received the peach products, and I was able to get mine up either like the day before or the day that they got theirs up, and I feel like that's one reason that video has like 500 views when my usual view count is like 30, 40, 50 views. Like I said, I'm talking about numbers, but for me it's not about the numbers. If it was about the numbers, I would have given up long before now because I don't have a lot of numbers. So far I think that looks very fall. How about you guys? I think that is looking very fall. I might pack a little more black on the end. I would love to grow my channel. I don't ever expect, and I never have expected to be Jaclyn Hill or Kathleen Lights. To me, honestly, my perfect YouTube experience would be Coffee Break with Danny. If you guys watch her channel, she is one of my favorites. She always has been. I don't know. I feel like we're a lot of like, are there certain YouTubers you watch where you're like, I think we would be friends in real life? For me, that is her. But I think she has like 400,000 subscribers, which if I never even got anywhere near that, I would really just like to have like 5,000. But I'm just saying, I feel like the experience she's had where she has just enough followers where she gets a lot of interaction on her videos, because I love chatting with you guys. She also, gets interaction on Twitter and Instagram. And then she also on occasion has been able to do like little get-togethers. And so like for me, that would be fun because it's about the community. I don't need to be Jaclyn Hill. I don't need to be Tati with millions of subscribers. I just would like to have like a group of friends on here. And I feel like to get real interaction, you definitely need to have at least several thousand subscribers. So I am working towards that, and it may take me 5 years, but hey, I'm working and I am improving, and that's all that really matters. First, I'm going to spray on a little bit of B6 by Urban Decay. It's the NYX, I almost poked myself right in the eye with that, Hydra Touch. It's a water-based primer, and I feel like it works the best with my Neutrogena Hydra Boost. I am a chatty Cathy today, so my camera overheated. I did complete using my Hydra Boost foundation and also the matching concealer in Fair. I will tell you, the concealer is creasy. Even with setting it, by the end of the day, I will start to have some creases that I can pat out with my finger. But I love this foundation. I get so many compliments when I wear it. My skin just looks healthy and it feels so light on the skin. I'm using my Unique powder foundation to set my oily areas. And can I just say how much I'm loving this headband? I got it at TJ Maxx on vacation. It's so cute. Now it's time to warm up the face. Using my one leftover product from the Cocoa Contour Palette by Too Faced and this Crown Jumbo Kabuki fan. I've been loving this to put on my bronzer lately. I feel like I said bronzer like I'm from Chicago. Oh, I have a feeling it's not going to stay white for very long though. So funny story. I think it's funny. It was fun. It was terrifying at the time. So I have the Liptiful, right? I love it. It works great. I hadn't used it in a while, and I was like, I'm going to use it. Well, I was doing my eyeshadow at the same time, not paying attention. Like, you're only supposed to do it for, like, not very long at all. So I was doing my eyeshadow, not paying attention. My lips weren't hurting or anything. I took it off. My lips were gigantic, like 2 inner tubes. I was like, ah! Because I was going to work, and I was like, oh my god. Like, it was so... I looked like I had had a massive lip job. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna look like so weird at work. Everyone's gonna notice my lips look different. I was freaking out. I was texting my husband at work and I was like, what do I do? They're huge. And I was like, I didn't have an ice pack. All I had was sparkling water cans in the fridge. So I took that and I'm like holding it against my lip, like go down, go down, go down. Luckily I did it like 2 hours before work, and just when I was going to work, it finally calmed down and looked at least just like a healthy, normal plumpness. I'm using a little Coastal Scents blush that I depotted. I always want to say depanned every time. And I love this brush, the Moda Pro. I got this in BoxyCharm. Their pointed blush brush. It's awesome. Not much color payoff, so I'm going to switch over to the... I'm going to switch over to Makeup Geek in a more orangey toned. It's Infatuation. These are so pigmented though, I dust off the brush because they are crazy pigmented. Have you guys had any exciting things happen in your life lately? Anything at all? I'm trying to think if anything like exciting has happened lately. My grandma is fine. Okay, I should share that with you guys. I've been talking about it on Twitter. My grandma lives in Florida. She lives near Naples, Florida, which got hit badly by Hurricane Irma. My grandma's 85 years old. We just had an awesome surprise party for her, and the whole family was terrified. We tried to get her to come back when they were saying how bad it was going to be, but they did not want to travel. They don't like to travel so far anymore, which I understand. But we were so scared. We're like, Grandma, please. Like, my aunt was going to drive all the way down from the Midwest, pick her up, and bring her back. I mean, we were all so scared. Using the... What brand is this? I can never remember. Winky Lux. I like this, but I don't love it. I feel like I have a really hard time shaping my brows with it. Like, really hard. Anyways, so Grandma said no, we're staying down here. And they stayed at a friend's house more inland. They were without power. They needed to get a new front door on their home. And some water did leak in their lanai. But with how bad the storm was, I mean, we are so thankful that's all that happened. If any of you live in Florida, I so hope that you are okay. I hope that your homes are okay. I mean, I so agree with what Jacqueline was saying on Snapchat. You know, a home is just a home. But I still, you know, it's better. You want everyone to be okay. Like, you can get a new home. But it would be devastating to lose your home and your belongings. It would be really terrible. I'm going back in with bone and lining my eyebrows because I'm having trouble with the brows today. Like I said, that Winky Lux brow pencil is just tough to use. Now I'm taking Suede again, and I'm just trying to soften the transition between highlight and smokiness. And then, now for the under eyes. Okay, I love the under eyes. So actually, I'm going to take Morphe M432 and Jet. I'm going to push it into the top lash line. In there. That just helped just a little tiny bit. And then for the under eye, ooh, I think under eyes are fun. I'm going to go in with Oak, which is that really rich brown. I'm going to buff it under the eye. I think I'm going to keep the under eye matte because I want to do a pop of color in the inner corner. And then I'm going to take just a little tiny bit of Jet on the end of this Crown 513 brush and smoke out the outer corner of the lower lash line to match the top. And then I need to find a clean brush. I'm going to use the M573 by Morphe and just buff that out, just to soften that there. And for fun, I'm taking Flash, which is a super golden color, and I'm going to put that in the inner corner. It's very, very gold. It reminds me of Trophy Wife by Fenty Beauty. When I do a bright color in the inner corner, I like to softly blend it up and in, softly out and down. I think it keeps it from being too just like stuck there in that spot. And then for a little extra something something, I'm going to go in with this duochrome shade. It's like a goldeny white because I love a pop of color on my inner eye, but my eyes are not very big. So I feel like they need an extra brightness right there to open them up. And this one is just a little bit brighter than Flash. So I'm going to concentrate it there on that very inner portion. And that just makes a difference for my eye. If I had really big eyes, I wouldn't take that extra step. But for me, I feel like it makes a big difference. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with Stoic. So here's my trick to liquid lips. I use the Bite Agave Lip Mask because I don't like when mattes feel really dry on my lips. I love this wand. It's so easy for lining the lips. How fall and amazing is that? It's their new one that doesn't have fibers. It works so good. It's really black, which I like. And it gives thickening, lengthening, and curl. And the wand is not scary big. I am not a huge fan of scary big wands. They just make me nervous because I have poked myself in the eye before. And that is not fun. Camera overheated twice. I think that's a new record on my channel. So yes, I'm just so chatty today, but I just love these videos. I like for you to get to know me, and I want to get to know you guys, so comment below. I did want to mention, if you want a true matte lip, I like a little bit of a shine to my lips. I'm getting kind of away from the matte trend, but if you love a matte, then this would be way better to put underneath the ColourPop primer. It doesn't affect the matteness. Now for the final touches, two things. Highlight, of course, and then setting the face. I am going to use this Rodeo Drive by Ofra because I've got the gold on the eye. I want to play up the gold on the face. What do you think that's a good idea? I hope so. I hope the golds don't clash because they're not the exact same tone of gold. What happened to my fan brush? There it is. I'm going to use this fan brush by So Susan. Such a pretty highlighter. I think it's so pretty. I feel like it's still a very natural highlight. It really blends into the skin nicely. Setting the face. I think I'm going to use Urban Decay De-Slick. Ooh, I almost forgot to set my brows. That would not be good. I love this NYX brow gel. I'll probably never use anything else because it's very affordable. Unless you guys know of an even more affordable clear brow gel. I do like the clear. Okay, now I can set my face. Got a pretty good spritzing on that one. Okay guys, that is all for this Get Ready With Me. I hope you really enjoyed it. I know I had fun. Just gonna toot my own horn there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I do have that live giveaway on my channel, so make sure you check that out. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all three places, because I love getting to chat with you guys. And as always, most importantly, please try to stay positive, because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.